How is it always when I travel, I lose a lot of weight? And it is not just getting slimmer, I come back shredded. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel where I share honest informations about fat loss and fitness. My name is Bong and well, if you are a fan of anime, you would know what shirt this is. Oh, minus the cap, which is Pikachu. Anyways, let's talk about how I lose weight whenever I travel. It is not just to Mount Kinabalu. Of course, lots of walking, lots of exercise, and going up the mountain, coming back down, I lose a lot of weight. I literally just, I come back so small and I have to work my way back to gaining some muscles. But holidays like going to Bangkok, to Chiang Mai, to Singapore, to KL, of course, West Malaysia, Taiwan, and even Australia, Perth, I come back losing weight. So what is my secret? Don't eat, go fasting, or simply just go traveling without trying the local food. No! Of course I eat the local food. What is the point of traveling if you don't learn about their culture? And what is best to learn about one's culture than to try their local delicacies? Well, that's why we travel, right? Not just to take Instagram photos and show off some of those photos of the. So yes, I try a lot of local food. The first holiday I actually took when I started this lifestyle, this eating clean lifestyle, was Bangkok with my colleague. So my colleague sat in the office, he knows I eat very clean. I eat, I brought my own food. I eat oat and a lot of vegetables, steamed vegetables, raw vegetables, mostly vegetables. So he was with me when we traveled to Bangkok. And upon touchdown, I had my food. I brought a bar, so I was too hungry on the flight. So I brought a bar. I was chewing on a bar. Then we took a taxi ride to our hotel. And once we reached hotel, we dropped everything off. We went straight out to look for food. So we were at this alley. It's a back alley, and lots of food. Lots of hawker food. And the thing is, my colleague, right? He has been eating normally. I've been eating very clean. So we got off the taxi. He was walking, searching for food. And when he found one store which he found interesting, he turned around and called out to me and asked me if I want to try. I already have two, one pork barbecue meat and one, I can't remember what it was. I have food in both my hand and I was eating. Oh, fish! It was fish. I was having food in both my hands and he was still looking for food. Okay, then we go around, we try all the different tom yum goong at different stores. We try all the local food, the milk, is it milk, tom yum goong, milk curry, something like that, green curry, milk curry, sticky rice, mango sticky rice, and all the salads. You name it. All the time I was eating. Not just that. Whenever I go to KL, not so much. I have stayed in KL, I have stayed in West Malaysia for a long time. Unless I was traveling down to Ipoh or traveling down to Malacca or traveling down to different states which have not tried the food, I will be eating the local food. And my trip down to Taiwan, my God, all the food, I was trying. Well, I don't have the whole portion, but I was trying, those low fan, what's that called already? It's braised meat rice, and we had a lot of local food, but most of the food are deep fried, so I didn't have much. And then we have the tapioca balls, and a lot of dessert and all those things. I was testing food all the time. And even in Australia, Perth, I was eating normally the local food. Not so much, but I was eating the local food. And when I climb Mount Kinabalu, I have my whole bag of food. People climb up Mount Kinabalu they try to carry as little as possible. I have 6 bottles of mineral water, 1.5 liter, and I have 1 big bag of food. I was eating constantly when I was on the way up and down because I don't want to lose too much muscles. When I went over to Bangkok the second time, I didn't have too much because I have tested a lot of food. So how in the world did I lose weight when I come back? During all those holidays, eating left, right, and center. Number one, I don't have the full portion. Okay, this is my tip. Okay, tip number one, whenever I test the food, okay, it is just to taste the flavor. You don't have to order 10 dishes and you finish the 10 dishes. And of course, it is a good idea to bring along friends. Okay, I had my girlfriend and her family, and the first trip I had my colleague. So I have some of the food, I try the food, and I try the taste, understand, feel it. Okay, I'll be eating, constantly eating. Okay, so don't eat the full portion. Tip number two, even when I'm eating left, right, and center all the time in Bangkok, I get hungry. So I always have food in my bag. That is why when I travel around Taiwan, I keep on looking for baked sweet potatoes. So I always have like 3-4 baked sweet potatoes in my bag. So every 2 hours, if we are walking very little, every 2 hours, whether the 2 hours earlier I was having a buffet or having a large meal, of course I didn't. Every 2 hours I'll be eating. If we are walking a lot or we are cycling, oh, I love Taiwan. Okay, they have this bicycle free for ride within 30 minutes. Okay, you can just scan the QR code and everything. It's free bicycle. Make sure that you don't ruin the bicycle. Take care of the bicycle. It's a public service, public facility. Take care of the bicycle. So we use the bicycle, we cycle. So I eat every 1 hour. Okay, every 1 hour I'll be chewing down my sweet potatoes. Okay, that's tip number two. Keep on feeding your body with the right food. Okay, even in Taiwan, when we first touched down, I was looking for fresh milk. Okay, I always have fresh milk. I went out looking for oats. I went out looking for nuts so that I can put in my oats. So every 2 hours, if we walk very little, every 1 hour, if we cycle or walk a lot, I'll be eating. Okay, I'll be feeding myself. That's tip number two. And now, of course, I know all of you know that I'm a fitness freak. I'll be exercising a lot, right? Well, during the past few trips, there weren't much opportunity to work out. So a lot of this trip, the first trip, I went out with my friend, my colleague, right? I think for the 4 days, I exercised 2 days. I only had 2 days of exercise and it's only 1 hour. And when I was with my girlfriend, we went to Taiwan. I think it was also 4 days, 3, 4, 4, 5 days. I only had like 1 day of exercise. My God. And when I was in Thailand the second time, we traveling for 5 days as well. And I didn't have, I had 1 day of exercise. And you can see, right? It is not because I was exercising that I lost weight, but of course minus all the walking and walking and walking. Okay, probably that helps a lot with the exercise part of it. But it is not because I keep on exercising like crazy when I'm back home. When you're traveling, okay, of course if you can throw in 1 hour of exercise every day, it's good. But if you can't, well, walk a lot. So now you know, when I travel, I lose weight not because I exercise a lot and I eat clean and I don't eat the local food, but I actually eat like a normal person. I will have the local delicacies and I will have my own version of healthy local food. Well, not healthy local food. Healthy, clean food that can be found locally, which is normal, like sweet potatoes, fresh milk. Okay, so oats, and we walk a lot. So it is not just maybe losing 1 kilo or 2 kilos. You know, the maximum weight I lost when I come back, right? It was 6 kilos. Okay, it was 6 kilos. Don't talk about the Mount Kinabalu because that's really, really aggressive exercise or full of walking, right? Okay, other than Mount Kinabalu, the most weight I lost during a holiday trip with a lot of eating, okay, a lot of eating local food and no exercise is 6 kilos. You might say all those weight loss comes from my muscle. I'm losing muscle. But the problem is, I came back shredded. Okay, a lot of veins, you know, it's very visible veins, it all popping up, and then my serration, the muscle serration, is very prominent, very obvious. Well, I did shrunk a bit, but I got shredded. So I don't think I'm losing muscle, more like losing fat. Of course, I don't have any science to back it up, but visually, okay, visually, I look at myself each time I come back. Okay, of course I shrunk a little, but my six pack is showing. The veins on my six packs are showing. The serrations on my muscles are showing, and the veins around my body are more obvious. So I would believe that doesn't mean that I'm losing muscles. I'm just losing the fat mass. So how did I do it? Remember my tip? Okay, eat small portion. Okay, even though you want to test 10 types of local delicacy, local food, just eat a small portion, share with your friend. Okay, you are there to try the food, not to gouge all the food in, right? Tip number two, eat every 2 hours to feed your muscle so that you'll not fall into catabolism. Okay, you don't want to be catabolic when you're traveling, so constantly feed your muscle. That is why I lose fat when I travel. These are the two secrets I have for traveling and losing fat, not muscle, losing fat and maintaining your muscles. I hope this content entertain you and educate you on your next travel trip. If you don't have enough time to exercise, but you still want to lose fat, you don't want to just lose weight, muscle weight, but you want to really lose fat, I hope this, well, my tip will help you in that journey. If you like my video, don't forget to like it, because liking my video will give you dopamine, which makes you happy. Okay, and don't forget to share it to all your friends who, well, I know it is hard to travel now, and it might not be safe to travel now, and well, it's getting harder to travel now, but I'm sure one day it will be safe. It will be safe to travel. And when you start traveling, you don't want to travel and come back getting fatter, right? You want to come back and still maintain your physique, which, well, you had before you leave for the holidays, correct? So share it to all your friends who are planning to travel in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so the next time, well, I upload a new video with this kind of content or tips and everything, if you want it, let me know. Okay, subscribe first, and let me know in the comments down below what are the tips, well, traveling tips. What did I do during travel? If you're interested, okay, you can hit me up in my Instagram account. Okay, you can just follow me on my Instagram and send me a DM. Okay, you can ask me anything, how I managed to lose weight, lose fat when I travel, even for 4 days. 4 days I lost 6 kilos, okay, of fat. Okay, come back shredded with veins on my abs. Okay, if you want to know it and you want to know what else I did during my travel, or what are the traveling things that I did, it's the same thing. Okay, drop me a message below and ask me all the questions you want. And what are the other tips for fat loss or muscle gain or muscle maintenance, or, well, just about anything to do with fat loss, weight loss, muscle gain, building muscle, maintaining muscle. Okay, drop me a message. Okay, I want to hear from you. Okay, really, I want to hear from you. Okay, drop me a message, and don't forget to smash, no more smashing, destroy that notification bell so it will notify you whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so stay safe, be safe. I'll see you in the next video.